Hello everybody and welcome to my Call of Duty Advanced Warfare review. This is just me reviewing the story, nothing to do with the multiplayer whatsoever. I played through the whole entire story on my channel, so if you haven't watched it and you want to watch it, you can just go back and watch it. It's still there. It's totally still there. I didn't delete it for no reason, you know, that would be weird. Anyways, I don't really have the ability to do fancy editing. Let's get this out of the way. I can't really do some fancy, like, highlight reel of the whole entire story for you, which I would do if it was possible, but it's not. So, I'm just doing the last mission while I'm talking about the story. So, let's get right down to it. I think, well, we had a bunch of new characters this time around. We never really got to see the return of Jackson. That was pretty sad, although that was just something in my story. Nobody else had Jackson in their story, so... Maybe you did, actually, but he was a different guy. So, my thoughts on the story mode is, you get a lot of different things in this story, because obviously it's a new game, and it's a whole new, like, redone up story for the advanced, whatever the fuck I'm trying to say here, I don't know. Regardless, I thought it was pretty good. There were some parts that I thought were dumb as usual. Like, I usually complain about something. I'll find something to complain about, and that thing is exactly what I complain about with a lot of games and movies, is the commercials. The commercials gave a lot away in this game. If you saw any commercials for this game at all, you knew, spoiler, better mute your stuff right now, that Irons turns out to be the bad guy in the end of the game. But anyways, like I'm saying, you probably knew that when you saw the commercial for it, because they show him looking like devious or like in the commercial. And about 1 or 2 missions through with Atlas, he walks in the room and evil music starts playing. Now, nothing up to that point should make you think he's evil, but when he walks in the room, evil music plays. You, Joker, and Gideon are all scared for some reason. It didn't make any sense whatsoever. So that was kind of shitty. But there was a lot of cool new vehicles and stuff to do, like this right here. I thought these things were fun to use. They had a tank for you to use earlier. And you even flew a jet in this one, which was pretty damn cool. Until I crashed about 1,000,000 times and started getting mad. But yeah, I like this story mode. Does it compare to Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the original one, Call of Duty 4? Absolutely not. There's not as much characters in the story. There's only about, maybe 1, 2, 3... There's only about 5 people in the story that matter. And, another spoiler, Joker, who is part of Atlas with you, he just goes missing. It literally, like, Gideon joins your team on the rebel side, and Joker disappears. A guy you were best friends with, and hanging out in the room together, and everything was so cool, and he just goes away, and you never see him again. So that was kind of really, really weird. I was waiting for him to show up next to, like, Irons and still be bad, or come to the good side, or something like that. It just never happened. He just didn't give a shit after that. He was like, okay, Gideon left, I guess I'm just gonna fucking... This could be him right there. Like, that could have been him, for all we know, because that's how much the story cared about him in the end. So there's that. That was another one of those stupid things. But there was a lot of cool stuff. You got a lot of different missions, I would say. Of course, all of them relate down to you being on, like, you know, with your gun and shit. There were some good story points and stuff like that. You know, they had to return to Cormac, and he showed up, and he was like, I've been trying to fuck over Irons for 4 years. Which didn't make any sense, because Irons hadn't been bad for 4 years. He'd only been bad for, like, 10 minutes at the time. So, there was that. And Cormac kind of, he said, you know, he knew Irons was bad, so he let you join Atlas when he knew they were bad. So, I don't know what kind of person does that, but he does. So that was funny. Anyways, not really much more I can say on the story. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, those are my few complaints about it. I think it's worth playing to see it play out, because it's pretty interesting, and I think it'll hold your interest rather than just bore you to death. So yeah, I will give it. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. The only other thing I've ever reviewed so far is Destiny, which received a 5 out of 10 for being a piece of shit. It shouldn't even have gotten a 5, to be honest. I don't know what I was thinking giving it that. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. If you have anything to say on the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare story, let me know in the comments. Tell me if you think 8's too high. Tell me if you think 8's too low. And just tell me what you thought about it. I'd love to hear from you guys. See you next time.